Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a foundation review on the Diorskin Forever Foundation. So basically I'm just going to be talking to you guys about the foundation, what the claims are, and my experience with the foundation. I'm not going to be doing a demo on this foundation. I will talk about that, like why, a little bit later. But first I'm just going to go ahead and read the product claims on my phone. So if I'm looking down, that's why. So first it says it's a non-oily textured ultra fusional medium to full coverage fluid foundation that delivers perfectly even color correction. Okay, I will say that it is not a non-oily foundation. It feels very nice on the skin. It does dry extremely fast for me though. I feel like it just dries way too fast, and so it's kind of hard to blend out. So you have to kind of do like one side of your face at a time because it just is so hard to blend out. And I would not say that it's medium to full coverage. I would definitely say that it's a medium coverage, but you can build it up to a full. But I would definitely say that like one layer is not going to get you full coverage. At least for me anyway, it doesn't. Well, I do have full coverage on right now, but I did do 2 layers, so that is why. And then I'm going to go ahead and read what it does. So it says, get perfect 16-hour foundation coverage and broad spectrum SPF 35 protection from day to evening. This foundation leaves a luminous matte finish, flawless correction, and exceptional comfort. It's enriched with poreless effect skincare essence, leaving the skin's texture looking more refined with each wear. Designed with an egg-shaped container with a beveled side, the high-density, soft-touch material deposits just the right amount of product, allowing for precise application and perfectly even coverage. Okay, so I've never wore it for 16 hours, but I have wore it for about 8 hours, and it still looks really, really good after 8 hours. So I do like that. I'm very impressed with how long it wears. I definitely think that this is like a good foundation for every day if you're going to be wearing it for a long amount of time. I definitely think that this will work really well for that. It does have SPF. It does have an SPF of 35. Which is good for an everyday foundation. With that being said, it is $50, so it's kind of expensive for an everyday foundation. You know, it's definitely on the more pricier side for a foundation, and especially if you're going to be wearing it every single day. And it does leave like a matte finish, but it's very, I don't know, I wouldn't say that it's like matte, you know what I'm saying? I would say that it does exactly what it says, like a luminous matte finish, kind of like a little bit of like a glow from within, but I don't think that this is going to be like bad for oily skin or anything like that. I do have very, very dry skin, and it doesn't cling to my dry patches or anything like that, which I was kind of surprised by because I do think that this is probably more geared towards like normal to a little bit of oily skin, probably not super duper oily, but I do think that this is more geared towards you know, combine normal to oily skin. So I don't really think it's technically for dry skin, but it does work for me, and I know Jaclyn Hill has very dry skin, and it works for her too. So I definitely do think that it works for dry skin, but I do think it will work for oily skin as well. Okay, and I will say that it does leave the skin looking very, very nice. I definitely think that like the pore refining feature that this foundation has is amazing. I do think that it does a very, very good job. Hold on. I'll just get my mirror here and I'll kind of talk to you guys about it. It does a very good job of kind of hiding those textured areas on your skin. Like, I don't think that you can pick up any flaws in my skin on camera right now. Maybe if you get really, really close you can, but like you can't really tell on camera. It looks pretty flawless. So definitely those are the pros. It's very, very flawless looking. It does have that pore refining feature, which is definitely going to benefit anyone who has just a lot of texture and just their skin just kind of pulls the foundation and kind of makes it look cakey and like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you have like a little bit of a texture and it kind of like pulls the foundation, and certain foundations just lay very weirdly on top of it. This lays very nicely on your skin and it looks really good. So I do like that. That's definitely a pro. I will say that this dries so stinking fast. I typically have to do like one side of my face and then come back to the other side. Like, you can't apply the foundation on both sides and then blend out one side. It dries so fast that you literally have to do one side of your face and then come back in for the other side of your face, because it will dry so fast that it will be so hard to blend out if you don't like kind of work it in sections. At least that's my experience with it. It just seems so hard for me to blend out. I don't know why, but it kind of takes a little bit of effort to do so. So I'm not sure if I said what shade I got, but I am in the shade 30. This is a little bit too golden for me, which this is actually like a neutral shade. It's supposed to have like a neutral undertone. And I tend to have a little bit more of a yellow undertone. I do look better with a yellow undertone foundation versus like a pink or like a golden or anything like that. Neutral or yellow undertones do tend to look better on my skin. But this, even though it's supposed to be a neutral shade, it does have a very goldeny undertone. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on the back of my hand so you guys can see the color and see how much comes out. It does come out, not a whole lot of product comes out at a time. So that is just one pump right there. And so I think that is a good thing that the pump is so tiny right there, so a ton of it doesn't come out, because this is a very expensive foundation. It's $50, and so I think it's good that a ton of product doesn't come out so that you're not wasting it. Okay, so I just kind of blended it out on the back of my hand, and I think you can tell that it kind of has like a goldeny, like yellowish undertone, but too much of a golden undertone for my skin. And I know that a lot of people have this, like that problem with this foundation, that most of the colors have like a golden undertone, even if they are neutral. But that is just what it looks like on the back of my hand. So as you can see, it's just like a very luminous matte finish. Let me rub it in a little bit more so that you guys can really see like the finish of it without any powder on top. I definitely think that this is a foundation that you could wear if you do have dry skin or like normal skin without a powder. I think that this will work really well without a powder. I do have it set with just a teeny tiny little amount of the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. But as you can see, it's just like a very luminous matte finish. Like, that's the best way to describe it. It kind of has like that luminosity whenever the light hits it, but it's still a more matte finish. Let me just wipe this off so that I don't get it all over me, because I will if I don't. Okay, I will mention the packaging really quick. I think that the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. It is a glass bottle, and then it just has the black writing and then like the little silver right here. I think that it is absolutely gorgeous packaging, which I think it should be for $50. I think it really should be a very pretty foundation. I know a lot of people are saying that this is a new product, but it's actually not a new product. It's actually been around for a while, but I'm pretty positive that they changed the formula of it. This does have a scent, and to me, it's a pretty strong scent. Like, I smell it for a little bit after I've applied the foundation. After I've like set it, I don't really smell it as much, but in like the first initial applying it and before I set it with a powder, I do smell this, and I'm pretty positive, like I'm almost 99% positive that the formulation before this had an even stronger smell, and it broke a ton of people out, and that's why you never heard about it until now, until they changed the formulation, because I'm pretty sure that they took away a little bit of that like added scent so that it would kind of change the formula a little bit so it wouldn't break people out as much, because whenever you have foundations that have like this perfumey smell, it is going to tend to break people out. And I will tell you, I'm going to go on to the cons really quick, and that's, I really only have one con for me. I know a ton of people said that it oxidized on them. I didn't experience that. The only con that I have is that it definitely irritates my skin. It doesn't break me out, but whenever I take it off, it leaves my skin very red, and just, you can just tell by looking at it that my skin is just not about the Dior Forever foundation life. It's not about it. It just looks very irritated and red, and it just leaves my skin just, I don't know, my skin is just not happy whenever I wear this foundation. I'm pretty positive I'm going to return it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I may return it. I do really like the way it looks, but I just can't see having a $50 foundation that I can't wear more often. Like, because I would only wear this for like special occasions if I kept it, because it does irritate my skin. I wouldn't want to wear it every single day. And I just don't see having a $50 foundation to only wear it for special occasions. So I think I'm going to return it. I'll let you guys know if I actually do in the comments, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to return it. I don't know, I can't see spending $50 on a foundation that I'm not absolutely in love with. And I'm not absolutely in love with it because it irritates my skin. My skin just does not like it. I do think it looks so nice, and that's like the only reason why I want to keep it, because it just looks so good on my skin. I'm just like, yes, yes. Like, is that my skin? What? I just think it looks so good, and it product lays on it so nicely, but it just irritates my skin. I don't know. So I'm not sure. I may keep it. I may keep it. Now that I'm like really thinking about it and like looking in the viewfinder, I'm like, this looks really good. So I'm not sure. I may keep it. I may get rid of it. I can't decide. I don't know. But I would recommend trying this out if you are not, you don't have very sensitive skin and you don't have like acne prone skin that reacts weird to perfumey smells and stuff like that. Because I think that this will be an amazing foundation if your skin just, you know, reacts perfectly to, you know, perfumey smells like that. If they would just take the perfumey smell out of this foundation, I think that it would literally make a world of a difference. I don't think my skin would be irritated, and I don't think a lot of other people's skin will be irritated. But yeah, that is my review for this foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. That is it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.